Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. And it's been a couple of weeks since we worked on the old Wayne Tower. Last couple of updates have been based on the building the new Lego room. And at the moment, I'm just waiting for a delivery of some building materials and also for the weather, just to give me a couple of dry days so I can get the roof all finished. So in the meantime, I thought, let's do some more work on the old Wayne Tower. I've missed building this building, so it's nice to get back to it. In the last update, I started this floor here. And what I'm going to be doing to start with this week is getting all the snot bricks all ready for the other walls on here, ready for the curved slopes once I get those in. I also worked on this section just here, and these are normal slopes which I've inverted, used a few techniques on there to get that all to stay in place, and I've tiled at the bottom of it. And I just need to order this slope so I can do this floor here as well. Now in the next few days I will be placing an order with lego.com for my mandrel mocks. I'm going to order those slopes all at the same time, then I can crack on with that and get this looking a lot more complete. With the section that goes above this floor here, as you can see on this image on screen now, it is quite a circular building, and there's going to be a lot of weird angles I'm going to have to create with the Lego brick to get that looking as close to that picture as possible. So I'm quite looking forward to the challenge on that one. But anyway, without further ado, let's get that floor down to the table, get those snot bricks on there, and let's get started. And that's all four sides ready for the curved slopes. I did run out of the black 1x bricks, so I've had to use anything that will fit the gap basically. So a lot of those are 2x's. There's slopes in there, inverted slopes, bricks with clips on, all sorts of things. I will change those out further down the line, but it's nice to have that section all finished off. Now that I've completed that section, I can start on the slopes that are coming out here, and that's where the fun begins. And here is the start of the next section up, and relatively happy with how it's coming out. There are a few gaps there, but I don't think we're ever going to get away from that. And some of the techniques on here, such as this top section here, is something I use on my Jabba's Palace mock. So it's good to bring the experience from one mock over onto another. What I will be doing is tiling off all of the studs on the side here to give it a nice smooth finish. And that will also enable me to bring it, it'll come out a little bit further on there as well. Next up, I'm going to put some inverted slopes coming out of each of the 12 sections around there. That's going to give me the look for the next section up, and then I'll do a ring all the way around the top of that, connecting it all together, and then we'll start working on the next part up. Now, as I mentioned before, I am restricted to the images I've actually got of this old Wayne Tower, so a lot of this is just off of this one image here that I'm using it from. So the top half of this probably not going to be accurate to what you might have seen in a graphic novel. It's just going to be my spin on it, but hopefully it will look good all the same. So anyway, let's carry on building this up, and I'll check back in once I've made a little bit more progress. And here we have the top of the building, and it's coming on relatively well. I've tiled off all the sections at the bottom how I want to do it, and it's looking okay. Quite pleased with how it's come out. I might put something along the studs that are on these wedge plates either side of the beams that come out here. Now, one problem I have had is that I had a 4x gap, or there's a 4 stud area along each of these sections just here. However, each time I was putting one section on, it was pulling over just a fraction, and what that has resulted in is round here I've got one part that's 5 studs wide as opposed to 4. So that does mean that this center section here is going to be marginally out on one of the angles there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tile that entire, all those studs off just there, build up from the inside, and then place some plates resting on the top of that. Then that way I can get back to it all being square. Now inside this room here, I did tile it. You could see the green floor previously, so there's not going to be any interior on this section here. It's too small really to get anything in there anyway. It also means I can build up from the inside here and then put that next level on as I wish to do so. So anyway, let's get that all tiled off, get the new floor section built up for this section here. Then that's going to enable me to start working on the design that's going to be on the final part of the build. And here is the top section, pretty much complete. I think I've got some glass pieces which might fit inside the centre of here. They were, I can't remember what set I had them in, but I have got 4 of them. I just need to find them out, and they are in a box packed away somewhere. So I'm just going to leave that for the time being. But again, I feel like I have captured the majority of the angles and the shapes necessary for the top of this building. I'm really pleased with how that has come out. If I do have the glass pieces in there, the way that they are structured, I think there's going to be studs on the top, which means I won't need to have the pillar in the centre. And if I can do that, that'd be really cool, because I'll then be able to place some minifigures in the bottom of there and tell a little story, whether it's Batman and Hush or whoever else on there. But it is going to hopefully give me some opportunities. But yeah, there it is. The top of the building is now pretty much done. So let's move this over onto the actual build itself and see how it looks. And that's the top floor all put in place, and really happy with how that's come out. The curved chair on there I think has worked really well, and it does give a real rounded look to there. I was a little bit concerned that it was going to look a little bit blocky, but all in all, really pleased with the end result. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether or not I need to go do anything else on this section here, whether I need to build anything else up on there, but for the time being, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now, on the source material I use, I came across a second image which looked a lot different to this, how I've got this at the top here. So again, it's something I might look at further down the line and just decide whether or not I want to amend it slightly. If I do, again, due to the way that I built this, it is going to be very simple to do so. I placed an order yesterday with Lego.com for the slopes I need to get this section here all complete, so fingers crossed they won't take too long to get. I believe they were on the best sellers list as opposed to the standard list. They should be here hopefully within a week or two, and that will enable me to get that all sorted out. I still need to work on the grotesques and gargoyles and things like that on the entire build, so hopefully I'll be able to come up with some designs which are going to look pretty cool on there. But all in all, really pleased with how this tower has come out. It is an absolute beast of a build, and I'm just hoping that it's not going to have problems fitting into the new Lego room once I've got that all finished, because it is very tall. At the moment, this is close to touching the ceiling. It's only about a foot away from the ceiling, and this is on a lower table than what's going to be in the Lego room. Not by much, but the roof is lower in the Lego room from here, so it is going to be very touch and go whether we can do so. If there is a problem, the one thing I did think I could possibly do is remove that floor just there. I think that would be doable, or the other option is I could shrink that one a little bit there, but if I can get away with doing that, I would really like to do so, because I really like the height of this build and how it has come out. But yeah, there it is. Next week, it'll be another garage update, or at least I hope it's going to be a garage update, because I want to really crack on and get that done. This week I have had the opportunity to do a bit of work here and there, as I've had family visiting. It's been raining outside, and I haven't been able to get out and do work on the roof of the garage. However, I want to crack on over the next few days on the garage. And then once I get back to building Gotham again, which will probably be the week after, I'm probably going to start another building, as this one here, I can't really go much further with that until I've find out a load of pieces or order a load of pieces in. So I just need to work out what building we're going to concentrate on next. But yeah, here it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Gotham or building Mandalore, if you could share the channel, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for hopping on by. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.